All right.
Did I get kicked out of the main chat?
You did.
Maybe. Boku no Hero.
Oh snap!
Academia, chapter 138. Go. This chapter basically consisted of the start of the police and Heroes League operation against the Overhaul's mafia group, the Eight Precepts, I think is their name.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically the start of the operation. They're storming into they're trying to get the jump on them, and they sort of get surprise attack from the group, and a couple of the soldiers, the masked men that work underneath Overhaul, that were revealed to be specifically selected soldiers that wear masks. They don't breathe the same air as him or something like that. But I mean, it was a pretty simple chapter. That's basically what it was, just the start of the operation, and the battle was ensuing, and a lot of police sort of get thrown around and kind of like immediately injured and knocked out of the fight, like the Navy fodder in One Piece. And we saw a little bit of personality from the new heroes and that have been introduced and things like that. It's basically just the beginning of the battle chapter. So what did you guys think, Andre?
Oh, this chapter was great. It was like reading it, like the first thing I noticed, like there's kind of like a disconnect between heroes and the police, because like the police have information that not even the heroes have. So you can see there's a little bit of disconnect on how they interact with each other. Obviously, as I was part of the whole Night Eye team, I guess it most likely has something to do with the fact that he can nullify quirks. And he was just trying to make sure Deku understands, like, that's why I'm part of it. I also think he's going to be able. He's also trying to keep an eye on Deku because he knows Deku can get a little reckless. I love the fact that Deku went up just as soon as those three people got like ambushed by that big guy. He on the go, he was able to rescue the dude. I believe her name is Ryukyu. I was not expecting her to be able to completely transform into a dragon itself. That was something I don't think we haven't seen something like that, like the actual full transformation part. So that shit was that was like so shocking and amazing. Also, like, just we've had this theory going for a while, like there's a traitor amongst the good guy side, and it's not something I really like cared about. But given the fact that overall he's seeing that he knew that they were coming, lets me know that there's still that traitor that's amongst them, which is kind of crazy given the fact that a lot of people think it's that cop friend that All Might has, and the fact that he pulled Gran Torino out for this raid is kind of little makes me keep an eye on him.
Yeah. Maybe the traitor could be Gran Torino himself.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Gran Torino. Given it would definitely be a shocker, but I just don't see it. And then he's using a different brand of villains. Like these are not the eight precepts of death. These are like the cleansers, I think he calls them. These are a different group of villains that he just keeps them as expendables. But it's just making this art look like it's going to be even better than some of the previous arcs.
All right. Ibrahima, what do you think of this chapter?
I thought this was a pretty well-paced chapter. I thought the artwork was solid. It just moved the story along, you know. It was expected to kind of have just the following up of what was built up previous weeks. I mean, specifically previous weeks, you know, it stringing things along. Let me find. This is one thing I want. This is one thing I want to say. Let me get some page. But I know Boku no Hero tends to be like when it's not a lot of action. Have you guys noticed it's not as much as Hunter x Hunter, but it gets like very dialogue heavy.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, like I noticed like not to the obviously to the extent of Hunter x Hunter, and obviously like it's all like important info, but it gets dialogue heavy, but Yeah, I mean, this is like basically another setup chapter. I want to see the follow up to the overhaul situation. That seems to be the most interesting thing going on right now. And is that
They
it's basically
showed his father's something in this chapter, didn't they?
yeah. I wanna see what that's all about.
There's two different like translations for that though.
Oh,
What was
is
the
there no
one?
one that's like master or something?
They got like fallen angels and them. He just called him boss man.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, you could take it as like fathers and like mafia father,
Yeah.
maybe, like the Don. But yeah, it looks like Overhaul's about to, he's
Also, I'm sorry, Wes.
he's about to make a move or something, get out of there. What were you gonna say?
Like just regarding this art in general, I kind of feel like Hirokoshi's like he's kind of in a bit taking a kind of like a page from Oda with this art that he's been setting up. Just like the pacing wise, and then when things happen, he kind of sets up like obviously we had the 8 different villains, and like so obviously we don't have a team of breaking up. And everyone fights their own villain, and I feel like he's been kind of taking a new on how to set things up regarding his fights, and then like the climax and the upper art.
Yeah, I think so. Kevin, what'd you think?
This chapter, I think, like everybody already said, the most Boku just came up. This chapter, the most important part to me was the boss man thing. Now, we all assumed that of the Yakuza, the whole Yakuza, what do they call it there? Syndicate.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we were kind of all led astray because it seems like there's somebody behind him, meaning that in this whole chain, he might even be middleman or then there might be somebody above the guy he calls boss man. So there's some kind of other villain that is kind of orchestrating everything through Overhaul, which brings like a new dynamic to the whole thing. I saw that black hero. For some reason, I really don't like him. He's very annoying.
You guys don't like him? He said he doesn't like him.
He has this like annoying, like I'm better than everybody type thing going on. I don't fuck with it. There was a girl who had the dragon thing. I didn't see that coming. I thought she was gonna have like claws on. That was crazy. What else? The whole Tsukauchi. That's the cop dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, nigga, you just keep making it like just everything you do, you're always away whenever some shit's about to go down. Every single time, like you'll see his name, oh, Tsukauchi's doing this or Tsukauchi's doing that. So that whole, like I remember everybody was saying, oh, it might be Kaminari that was the snake, but I don't see.
That was amazing.
The final
What?
panel.
Yeah, it was pretty lit.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I feel like he is the like leading runner when it comes to like the whole thing, and even in this chapter, Overall pretty much said that I knew they were coming.
Yeah, he just didn't think
I just didn't know when. Yeah, and that makes me think that whoever of the people that are there right now, none of them snitched. It's got to be somebody who's outside the whole circle. And was Tsukauchi in the like? Did he know they were gonna make their move today?
Yeah, he had to know.
Yeah, then there's somebody else. Because from what I can see, it seemed like somebody heard the plan that they were gonna eventually go after the 8 precepts, but since he's a part of it and he knows all this information, he should have known and he should be able to relay the message to Overhaul that they were coming. So then again, that goes against what I think right now that there's somebody else who's the leaker or whatever. Besides that, it's a great chapter. There were like a lot of nicely drawn panels, like when the guy punched the door.
The doors open.
I mean, yeah, that was a nice panel. There were a bunch of nice panels that I got to look at, especially the last one. That was really nice. The dragon one. They had the leaf manipulation nigga, and then the other thing I want to talk about is like when he said that whoever I make work with me, I make him wear like a mask, and that's really interesting. That's like kind of profound to me because that means that I feel like Overhaul maybe he's a bad guy, but he doesn't want to be. Like he understands that he's sinning. Like you know how most bad guys, when they do something, they don't think they're in the wrong. They think that their brand of justice or whatever is justified because that's their point of view. But I think Overhaul knows that he's sinning, but he's sinning for a greater cause. I think maybe. And that's all I had to say. And besides that, just really nice art and everything.
Yeah, I think either because of lineage, like his birthright, or because morally he's something like better than the common criminal, I guess. Or
Yeah,
the common villain.
I think so too. I think he's just not doing it. I think there's like an ultimate goal which he sees like, okay, I have all this blood on my hands, but at the end of the day, it's gonna pay off. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, the little girl has some sort of relation to him, right?
They were saying it's a daughter, but of course it's not a daughter, because
okay.
But they have somewhat of a relationship. She could be like his sister's son.
It's probably that boss
sister daughter,
granddaughter, probably.
The big boss man? You said boss man what?
The boss man that was had the Ivy in the hospital. It's probably his granddaughter.
Yeah, I can see that. They have the same color hair.
Yeah, that might be the leaders. Yeah, they do that commonly. That's a common trope. Like, you know, when they have like a Yakuza and they have like somebody on lower than him, like defending her daughter. He's high tier, but still lower than the highest guy. I guess that's what Overhaul is. But I'm very surprised that Overhaul is under somebody else. Like that's just what's like, yo. To me.
And also it's like he's planning to just run away. Like they don't know I'm here. So it's just making me more to think that he is going to get away. I mean, he's going to lose Eri in the process, but he's going to get away. And we're going to see him in the future.
Wait, but then again, he's using the girl to mass produce his weapon. Like he's mutilating her to mass produce. Would you do that to your own daughter? That you love?
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, I mean, for the greater good, yeah, like. There's been like certain situations like this where the person does use the granddaughter to kind of like get to their goal. So, like in a story called "Until Death Do Us Part," this girl, she has the ability to see the future, and the mafia is trying to take control of that. So it's kind of like that in a sense. We still don't know overall plan.
Yeah.
In a sense, but.
She's like that little girl from the Breaker, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, she is like, they do spoil her. It's not like they like keep her locked in the dungeon or anything. Besides, you know, using her to make that drug, like she's treated pretty well, really.
Yeah, they don't just kick her around, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, she just isn't used to someone like being genuinely nice to her without having to, I guess, use her.
What did you think of the chapter, Mikey? Oh yeah,
Mikey talking?
No, he's not.
He's
what you
muted.
thought?
Someone else.
Bookie, what did you think of the chapter?
Oh yeah, I liked it, but it's one of the problems with reading weekly shonen is the fact that barely anything happened. But I liked it.
All right.
I did have one holy shit moment, like when that giant normal looking thing broke the rail. Like, what the fuck?
Are you there, Mikey, or not? We're gonna move on to ratings then. What was your rating, Andre?
I'm gonna get a chapter 9 out of 10.
Favorite panel, and what do you want to see next week?
Every One Piece chapter 10 out of 10.
This isn't one.
Spoken here.
My favorite panel was just that entire page of his boss man laying down and him looking upon him saying that it's going to go a lot louder. Like, that was my favorite page of the entire chapter.
Oh yeah, I would agree. I really thought that page was really cool where he was like, it's gonna get really loud. I thought that was really well done, and Overhaul is a really charismatic villain, even though he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Is he a piece of shit though, Wookie?
Well, you have to be a piece of shit to reassemble and disassemble a girl who looks like she's 6.
She's like 10.
He looks 6.
Yeah.
10-year-old female.
Yeah, it's all about
Even if she's 10.
what's important is how they look, Kevin, not the actual.
Oh my
Actual
god.
age.
Oh
But
my god.
but
She looks like she doesn't deserve whatever overhaul is doing to her.
yeah. She seems innocent. I mean, maybe she's bad though. Maybe secretly she's some kind of like evil, cursed child that's gonna destroy everyone. But
I feel like that would mess up Mirio and Izuku's psyche even more. I don't know if I want that or not.
who do you think is the guy in the bed in this chapter, Bookie?
Oh yeah, I saw people theorizing about that. Like, I'm not good at theories. I just he looked kind of familiar because the only person, not familiar, but he looks very important in the sense that the only person whose face is rendered like that is only All Might. And I was like, why is this face
People
so,
were saying that he's related to All Might in some way because the way he was drawn and everything. Like, I don't think
he's related. I don't think he's related to All Might, but I don't know why the first thing that came to my head was All for One, but I'm like, nah, he's somewhere else.
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe. But Ibrahima, what's your rating? What's your favorite panel? And what do you want to see next week?
Favorite panel's the last one. My rating is probably like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And it's one more content, more progression.
Hey man, the wiki.
Not to say wait. Not to say that that's not what this chapter gave.
Who's your favorite character in Boku no Hero, Ibrahima?
Why are you asking me that?
I'm just out of curiosity.
I want to know too.
My favorite character is Gran Torino.
Okay. What's your rating? What's your favorite panel and what you want to see next?
The last one. And with my rating?
Yes.
8.7. Be good.
Okay.
Good chapter.
That's pretty high.
And,
You really like this chapter.
I'm using Andre's rating scale.
Okay.
What was my one?
What do you want to see next week?
Hey man, who's this big boss man, bro? Reminds me of the WWE, man. The WWE.
Yeah, because he leaves him there, right? Even though he's the boss or father or whatever.
Yeah,
he's like taking off and abandoning him there to get captured. So.
Is he?
It seems.
I don't think he's abandoning him.
Or if he's not abandoning him,
like
he's gonna go out and because he said I'm leaving, right?
He said he's.
So he's not going out to like fight them off. He's leaving them there, I think.
He said I'm sorry,
or maybe
but
setting
it'll probably get kind of loud. I think he's definitely gonna protect him. He doesn't look like he's gonna leave.
No, but he should have picked him up if he was gonna do that.
Yeah, if he's gonna.
They're gathering everything now to leave. Like it's supposed to look like he was never there specifically.
Okay. All right. Well, we haven't done this. I think on YouTube. So let's go. Let's say your favorite Boku no Hero character and why.
Wait,
Andre.
I didn't. Wait, what?
Yeah, we're gonna do our favorite characters in the series in general.
I didn't get to talk about my favorite page.
Oh, yeah. I forget. So what's your rating? What's your rating, Bookie? What's your favorite panel? And what do you want to see? What do you want to see next week in the story?
To be honest, I feel like don't hate me. I feel like I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Not because it wasn't great, just because not much happened. My favorite panel was finding out that the dragon lady's power was turning into a dragon. I was like, what the fuck? She's instantly a favorite. She looks amazing. I love her design. I'm excited to see next week because I'm like, did you guys see on the chapter you guys linked? You saw the translation by the translator's note where it talked about them being Yakuza bullets, where they're like soldiers kind of meant to die for the sake of the boss and that kind of stuff. So that was a note that those 8 guys, they're like technically bullets because a bullet will do its job, but it won't be returning back to its owner. So I'm just wondering what kind of powers they have. Like, are they expendable or are they like fucking strong and amazing? It's probably going to be really interesting. You know what Shonen does where they break out and they all fight different people.
Do you think these guys are actually
I'm
gonna die though, or do you think they're gonna
Who?
get captured? Because I can't imagine them
I
being killed by the heroes, right?
I feel like some people are gonna die because I feel like they're not stupid to let them like from the beginning of this series they've fought so many villains and they keep letting them live and it's biting them in the ass. I think Aizawa's not dumb enough to like. I
You
personally
think
think
you think they're gonna start murking guys? Like
okay
they're
no,
just gonna kill them?
it's funny because okay I'm not saying this will happen but in my head I just imagine kind of like Aizawa like offing someone and being like oops it was an accident oh well
Oh,
I,
but
I agree with that they're gonna die, but I think they all have that drug, which is gonna kill
oh.
them.
I think if a hero is gonna die, that black guy, he's such an asshole.
Nobody likes that guy. They were just saying they don't like him. I'm fine with it.
He's a new Tosin, man, from Bleach, man.
Yeah.
Well, a part of the first time I saw him, I was like, hey, maybe a character I can cosplay, a black guy, and then his attitude,
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, you're just like gonna die.
I know, man. Yeah, his costume looks cool, so that's halfway
Yeah.
there for me. Um,
And yeah, that's it.
what's
What
your
I want
favorite
next
character in
week?
both? Yeah.
Oh, everyone knows my favorite character already.
No. Finish last week. Next week. What do you want to
Oh
say?
yeah, what I expect from next week?
Yes.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't really expect anything. I feel like I'm not that smart. I just want to see whatever Horikoshi. I just want to see whatever Horikoshi has in mind. I don't really care about what's gonna come next.
Are you one of those like, readers where it's just like you feel like you just want to be taken on whatever the ride, like the writer is gonna basically bring it? It's not one of those things where like you're just like, oh, I want this specifically and that specifically to happen.
Yeah, I
like,
will agree. Because, for example, the things I want are very closely related to Bakugo and stuff. So it's like, if it's an arc with Bakugo in it, I like have expectations. I want like when Bakugo confessed his feelings to Izuku about how he felt about All Might like basically retiring. I love that because I thought that was something like Bakugo always had in him, but he never exposed. But as far as this arc is going, like, and I'm fine as long as no like child
Heroes,
dies. No 15-year-old deserves to die. They're too young. That's too much trouble.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Andre.
Favorite character?
Yep. And why?
It's Todoroki. Love the design. He has, to me, the best quirk out of the students. So the moment I seen that quirk, I was like, my favorite elements technically fire and ice. His whole character arc and the sports festival was still like some of the best stuff I read in the series. He has developed and trying to be a little bit more friendly towards his classmates. And there's still the stuff there with his dad that he still has to get over. So, you know, and I love his design. So I can't really like that's my favorite character essentially. That's why.
Ibrahima.
what?
Wait, I zoned out. Wait, Andre, I listened to the explanation, but I didn't get the character. Which character?
It's Todoroki.
Oh, Todoroki. Oh yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Ibu.
Yeah, what's up?
Favorite Boku no Hero character and why?
I already said it. It's going to be no. I'm a sucker for epic old mentors. I just like that character trope. Usually, it's a trope that's kind of hard to mess up and make that type of character bad. And usually what it lends itself is to those type of character tropes. It lends itself to like expanding the scope of the series' timeline and teaching you about the past and previous generations and things like that. And his character's kind of like that in the sense of like he's been a hero for a while and he's semi-retired. And usually whenever he's involved with something, he always provides context to like the history of the world of the story. So that's kind of why I like that kind of character. And in Boku no Hero, whenever Gran Torino's involved, it's always just like I don't know, like I'm always really into that stuff, like the way he just trains, everything pertaining to the one for all power itself and like the past and all that. And you can always get this kind of like flashbacks of like the adult heroes. So yeah, I'd say Gran Torino's a badass.
I totally get what you mean. Like, you know, when Gran Torino's about to drop something, like, he knows so much, like, we don't know, and you're just waiting for him to, like, let the reader know about all the history and context of the world.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what, Kevin?
I never thought about it that way, but I agree.
Kevin,
Yo.
go ahead. Your favorite Boku no Hero character and why?
Favorite Boku no Hero character. It used to be Todoroki. But he switched to number 2 with Tokoyami. Tokoyami, I don't know what it is. I think his design is super lit, and like his like pretty much his approach to a lot of things. Like he's very kind of like, he's not necessarily like stubborn or like too laid back. He's like balanced completely. He's very smart. I think he's just balancing everything, and I just like that. And I really like his quirk too. Yeah. So I gotta be Tokyo.
Young, you still there?
Wait, can I say something, a little something about Todoroki before? I'm sorry, not Todoroki, Tokoyami, before we continue.
Yeah.
I love Tokoyami's character. I love his power, but I feel like I can't take him seriously because of his design. I just feel like all the years I spent playing Sonic Heroes, and I look at him, like
Jet the Hawk or whatever.
Yeah, Jet the Hawk. I can't take him seriously, and I feel so bad. But he's adorable. His character is amazing. His quirk is great. I love how he's like an edgelord.
Yeah, that's why I like him, because he's like Batman, but he looks like a Pokemon or something. So he's like he has like a really, really serious personality, but like a kind of a silly look. So it's just kind of fun. It's just kind of funny. Is Young still there or no? Young? All right. Mikey, are you still there? No, Mikey. You just came in and you're not gonna say anything. All right. That's pretty much it, I guess.
Y'all basically covered everything.
Wait, what?
So you guys basically covered everything.
What's your favorite Boku no Hero character?
With the green hair.
The dude with the green hair? Deku?
Yeah, Deku.
Okay. Why is that?
And I like All Might.
And why is that?
He's odd when he's in that state, and he's like skinny when he's not.
Because he gets skinny? Okay. Alright, that's it. Any closing thoughts, and then we can wrap this up? Anything you guys want to point out? Is this the beginning? Young, what's your favorite Boku no Hero character?
Oda.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I guess that's it. It was a good chapter.
It was a nice chapter.
It was a nice transition chapter. It had a lot of action.
Yeah, that's what I felt. That's why I give it 7.5. It's just a transition.
Yeah. People said the Dragon Girl's quirk is like a zone. The zone quirk. What you were saying? Yeah.
Wait, what like zone quirk?
It's like a One Piece.
It's a One Piece reference. Yeah.
Oh, I feel so silly. I haven't read One Piece since like 2015. I read up to chapter 102.
Slack.
Don't worry, I will. I got to chapter 102.
So you were just catching up? You weren't like caught up already?
Oh no, I was catching up. But
okay.
I will read it now because I'm currently reading iShield 21 on. Oh my goodness, I am in love with iShield 21. It's so good. It deserves a remake. This anime is horrible and ugly.
No, when are you gonna read Slam Dunk?
You already
did read Slam Dunk.
I'm just a huge fan of iShield.
No, is he? Is he?
I'm the only true iShield fan in this call.
Absolutely not.
Bookie, have you read Yaomushi Pedal?
I've watched it and I liked it a lot.
Oh no, the manga is way better. The manga is way better.
The manga isn't that great though.
It's like it's not bad. It's like stylized, like
Haikyuu.
really stylized.
Yeah.
The Haikyuu anime or the Haikyuu manga?
I'm saying the Haikyuu manga. Like when the Haikyuu manga is like very.
I wouldn't. The Haikyuu manga. I wouldn't. I think the Haikyuu art is the manga is like not good. I think Yamushi Pedal is purposely like it's drawn that way.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Haikyuu
yeah.
manga's art got better with time, but the style still remained. Like at a
Did
point,
it?
it was like, yeah, in the sense like I read it up until like where the season 3 ended, and that was like 2016. I haven't read Haikyuu in like a year. I was caught up,
Yeah.
and then the perspective and stuff is like really good, but in terms of like character design and such, it's not that great. But you can see experience as it goes on.
Yeah, the
It's
faces
funny.
and stuff are kind of weird.
It's funny because since becoming like an art student and like learning about comics and composition, I've noticed a lot of manga is ugly. A lot of manga is bad.
Yeah. Especially the anatomy and stuff. Like it's really awful.
Not just
In a lot
anatomy,
of
like
manga.
funny thing is Dr. Stone. I love Dr. Stone. I love his art, but its composition can be a bit bad in some scenes. It's like it's angled wrong and it's not, the page flow is bad and like things bleed into other panels and it's like the critic in me, and I'm like, ugh.
You should make your own YouTube channel.
I actually did at a point because I'm so bad. I feel bad whenever like somebody asks my opinion and I like write a cute ass essay in a comment because I know videos are better for that. But then I got too busy lately. My father said if I don't get into animation in January, he will never pay my school fees again. So ha 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 ha.
No, I mean she had a very famous Evangelion video like a year ago.
It got taken down.
Did it really?
Yeah. I had it twice. It was the 5th copyright strike, and the 5th time I was like, I'm tired.
How many views?
It had like 2,000 or something before it finished. But
Look at you.
Last Reflection actually followed me because of that video.
Oh yeah, that's
You
cool.
got Instagram?
He subscribed to me. And Go Jesus praised my work. Go Jesus actually praised it, and he mentioned it in like last year. He mentioned it in a stream. So his friend was like, "Oh yeah, that Obara person. She made a really good video, and it was really good. You guys should all check it out." I'm like, senpai.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since the supposed slam dunk video. That's
Oh man, trust me. I've been found the video too. I've been like, holy shit.
yeah.
You got
Why is
Instagram?
life so hard? There's no time to do anything.
It's not. I mean, it's not as hard as it used to be, like 100 years ago. But all right, yeah, I think that's the end of the Boku no Hero review. Hirokoshi, another great art so far.
Oh, I love
Going in
it.
the right direction.
He's such a good mangaka. Like, I feel like I wasn't into this series as most people when it first came out. I felt like people overrated it. Like I thought it was a series that didn't do anything wrong, but it was like it did show how it was supposed to be done, but it wasn't unique. But now I like.
What, Boku no
in
Hero?
my mind, it feels really unique. I love it so much.
Wait, what, Boku no Hero?
Yeah, Boku no Hero. I thought people overrated it. To be honest.
You're saying Boku no Hero had a weak start, huh?
I'm not saying it had a weak start. I just think it didn't do anything wrong. Do you get what I mean?
It
Like,
was
it
one of
was
those. It was
checking
one of
off
like,
all
like
the things.
it's not being like egregiously like bad or anything. It's just not like overly impressive.
Yeah, it was impressive, but it just wasn't. It wasn't blowing my mind.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's passing the class, you know.
What do you think about that, Andre? You agree? Would you say that's
I get what you're
accurate to
saying.
say?
I get what you're saying. I remember, like, through chapter 1 through 30, I was saying My Hero Academia hasn't done anything wrong to turning one off. So I understand exactly what you're saying. I mean, I just agree with the fact that, like, it was mind blowing. Well, not necessarily mind blowing, but I was impressed with it. Like, I was enjoying it a lot, but it wasn't doing anything wrong for the first 30 chapters, and I still don't think it's done anything wrong up until this point.
But do you agree that it wasn't memorable at that point?
I wouldn't say it wasn't memorable because I think for art alone, it stands out. In terms of art alone, it stands out. It could be about a guy picking up pebbles on a beach, and I still think it would stand out with Horikoshi's
I
art.
think so.
Yeah. But now it's like, I think the characters are so great because Horikoshi actually mentioned how, like, he has done, what was I gonna say? Horikoshi mentioned how, like, he fleshed out all the characters individually, like every single member of Class A, but it's unfortunate because he can't go back to them because he has plot to do.
Can I
Yeah.
please?
Go ahead. What do you have to say?
So I've been getting a lot of Naruto vibes from the series.
Naruto?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Bookie? You think it's similar to Naruto?
No. Okay, I wouldn't say I don't feel Naruto in it sometimes, but I feel like not in the sense like not in the way you mean. I feel like it reads a chapter of Naruto and like goes fuck you. Like it had Bakugo have so many red herrings of being a coming a Sasuke, but always picks the opposite side.
I feel some nedginess from this character.
In which character?
Todoroki?
Todoroki?
Yeah.
I feel like I can see that. I can see the nickname.
Hey man, some people say that Deku is just Rock Lee, and some people say that All Might is just Guy Sensei, and Todoroki is
But then
Sasuke.
again, those people who say things like that are reaching. Did anyone say that in this chat? Have I disrespected someone?
A certain the other Nigerian in the group
Yeah.
chat, he's not here right now. Edosa Omiyuri. He's saying it's a little. He said Boku no Hero is basically Hirokishi writing Naruto, but starring Rock Lee.
I'm sorry, that's deep.
You said that's a reach?
Hey, Andre, what's your thoughts on that?
I respect that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Listen, man, I think people connected to Naruto given the fact that it came right after Naruto ended, and then Kishimoto gave Horikoshi the shout out when his manga started.
Gave who a shout out?
Horikoshi.
Horikoshi gave who a shout out? Oh, yeah,
No,
Kishimoto?
Kishimoto gave, yeah, I think that's the only reason why people connected to
To be honest, one of the reasons I was avoiding Boku no Hero like from the beginning was I remember when do people still watch Neverwhere? Like, is it still popular? I don't know.
No,
Okay.
he makes
Yeah.
so many bad videos. Yeah.
I watched him.
I just remember at the time because
Lord for never?
Whenever I don't watch it. I mean, like I watched him when I was like 12 or 13 or whatever the fuck, a long time ago, and I regret it. But I remember when he would make top 10 videos of like Reborn and Fairy Tail, but that was in the past. What I mean is that around the end of Naruto, that was when Boku no Hero had just started, and everybody was dying over like Naruhina and the Sakusaku stuff. And within all of that mess, I heard people and I saw Whenever make a video about, oh, Boku no Hero is the new Naruto, and that just made me like
That turned you off of it? Yeah.
Turned me off so much. But I keep seeing the art, and I kept seeing the art. I'm like, this art is so amazing. I'm like, but I won't. If they say it's Naruto, so no. And then I read it, and then I'm like, this is so great. And then I fell in love with Bakugo.
So wait, you're not a fan of Naruto?
I have to. For me, Naruto was something I heard of more from other people. Naruto was big in Nigeria, like huge. I knew the story without even watching it. But then I started to read it, and
Yeah.
I got bored on and off. And whenever I got bored, I would never catch up. I would just tune into the latest chapter. I'm like, oh well, nothing's changed. So my knowledge of Naruto is very incomplete. At a point, I actually started to reread it. I really loved the first 150 chapters. It was so great. I will admit I love the first 150 chapters. I think I got to the point where like Sasuke got kidnapped right after the Chunin exam. But other than that, I do think there's a lot wrong with like Naruto.
Such as?
But I can't. In the sense of I remember when I think it was 2013 when the fourth Ninja War arc was coming out. And then all of a sudden, like, the fuck is this Kaguya bitch? Like, I'm confused. Like, what the fuck?
Watch out. That's propaganda. I'm going to defend Naruto right now. Kaguya was foreshadowed with Kimimaro. Kimimaro in the Kaguya clan. That's foreshadowed.
Okay. Well, it's not... For how important she was, it wasn't appropriate, like... Yeah. But then again, it's still not as bad as Bleach, so...
Bleach is good, except the last arc.
No, trust me, I love Bleach.